Hi, I'm Alan Ross. I'm here at the IEEE PES T&D, that's a lot of acronyms, conference. This is the 2020 version that is actually being held in 2022. These interviews that we're conducting is with thought leaders on the future of the power industry. So enjoy. Hi, my guest for this segment is Donnie Rackley. He is the Vice President of Transformers at RESA Power. Donnie, thank you for joining us. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
So, first question I've got for you is the world is changing, all right? The power industry is changing. Utilities are seeing tremendous stresses and tremendous opportunity right now. But as demand changes, they're going to see even more of that. So, looking ahead on behalf of our industry, what do you see changing?
For us, what I'm seeing is the biggest change is the people side of it. It's harder to find technicians. It's getting increasingly difficult to get the technicians to stay in the same place for a lot longer because they want to be more mobile. So getting your technicians trained up has been a big challenge for a lot of us in our industry.
Which is also a safety issue because
Correct.
If you have a revolving door of technicians, sometimes you can, sometimes we have people that are not quite as good as they should be to do it, and they're out there doing the work. When you say technicians, what you're talking about specifically is working on transformers.
Well, at RESA we have NETA technicians as well that test, circuit breakers and switch gear,
right?
Anything in the substation, and then the people under me are the transformer technicians.
Describe the work of a transformer technician.
It can be brutal at times. I was a technician by trade up until the last maybe two and a half years, so I consider myself a technician at heart still.
Yeah.
It's tough. It can be grueling. You got weather that affects you. It's either too hot or it's too cold. It can be very challenging, especially when you want to stay safe and do the job the right way.
And it's national in scope, right? So you got to have technicians that cover the earth.
All 50 states, yes, sir.
Yeah, that's tough to do. When you talk about mobile technicians, one of the things they create is data,
Yep.
right? Whatever you do, they create samples, they create data. And is that something that you guys are dealing with in terms of how do you capture it? How do you present it?
Yeah, our HR team is actually doing a good job. They've developed an AMP program for, apprentice mentorship program, and they're also doing a ladder and lattices program. And we have a new team, relatively new team that's been with us for about 2 years, and they're in the process of collecting data and collecting the trends and seeing what is our next step. How do we look for not just this year, but 5 years from now, 10 years from now as we continue to grow.
HR, I love them, and I don't say I hate them, but we have put so much stress on them because a lot of people are stealing from other people.
Correct.
Right? Bids a guy gives you 25 cents more an hour, I'll go to him. Yeah, but you have no family life. One of the things we believe strongly is work safe, home safe, life balance. Yeah. It can't always be on the road running out there. How do you all handle that work safe, home safe, life balance?
For us in the transformer world, it's very hard. We do rotations of 3 weeks, so our guys are out 3 weeks. Sometimes with the demand as it is now, they may go out into a 4th week, but we try to make sure that when they go home, they're home for a week so they can be there for at least for some events and for the weekends. Because, the transformer technician, our trade, we miss things that we don't always want to miss, and 20 years down the road, we're going to wish that we hadn't missed, but it's just kind of the beast that we play with.
On behalf of your customers, they want the data obviously people aren't testing just to be able to test a transformer. However, that's how it started. Why do you test a transformer? Because the insurance company told me I should, right? That doesn't work anymore. Now it's why do you test your transformer? Because I'm supposed to find out what the condition of that transformer is. What do you do about the data that comes back from all of your test results?
Well, we've in our lab, we have an in-house lab in Vacaville, California, in the Sacramento area. We've implemented a LIMS system, which is a lab information process, and we collect our data in there, and that helps us kind of start to build the trends of what we're seeing. As far as our NETA testers, we use software that they share with each other so they can look at all our testing data and see what the condition of the transformer or the other devices are.
I know we're at an IEEE event. We're supposed to give IEEE all of the love. I love NETA. I love what they stand for and how they do what they do. You all obviously are heavily involved with NETA, right?
Right, yes, sir.
What level technician do you have, NETA tester? Do you have, like go up to don't they have 4 levels?
Yeah, there's 4 levels.
Okay, are you all 4 levels?
Yeah, we have all 4 levels.
Oh, that's another challenge.
That is a huge challenge.
Because I'd steal your people. If I was hiring, I'd hire your people.
Especially the people we have, they're worth stealing. So yeah,
that's very valuable. Labor is a problem, and it's going to continue to be a problem. The grid, the utility world wants reliability, and they talk about the word as if they know what it means. Reliability means it doesn't go down. Resilience means when it goes down, we can bring it up quickly, safely, efficiently. So they're 2 different things, reliability and resilience. The work that you do is in the reliability world.
Yes, sir.
I mean, that data helps people keep their transformers, doing the maintenance on it. Does RISA have a group that actually does the work when you all say, hey, here's a problem that needs to be done? Do you have a sister part of the organization?
For doing what work?
For transformer work.
Yeah, my group is actually the transformer service group. So we'll go in, if our testers find something wrong, they'll call my group in, and we'll go in and we'll do a full regasket, troubleshoot, degasification, whatever the needs are.
So a lot of the work you do has to be repair. Something's not working, come in and fix it. What you try to do is a lot of work that is preventive.
Right, that's the preference, is the preventive maintenance.
What's the balance that you typically have?
It's gotten a lot better since some of the COVID has hit. So it seems like the engineers are trying to get ahead of things, which is good for us. So we're doing a lot of maintenance, leak repairs, dry outs, things of that nature that are it's better to have that call than to have a failure call.
Yeah, a number of the companies that we've talked to that are in the service business have watched that balance go from only call when it's broken to, hey, do that. And as because I'm a reliability pro, I'm the president of the Electrical Power Reliability Alliance. I'm a reliability leader, I'm a certified this. And if we can get the entire industry to understand that, we're going to change the grid because we're maintaining old equipment, right?
Yep.
Some of the transformers you guys are working on are over 50 years old, and you can't just buy new ones to replace them. Lead times on transformers is from 36 months to 60 months.
Yep. And even if you can buy them new, you're not going to buy the level of quality that we had back in the 1950s, 1960s. We just don't make them like that anymore.
Hey, I'm an engineer from Georgia Tech. I used to use a slide rule. I doubt you even know what one is, right?
Yeah.
Because now we use computers, computer mounted slide rules. I remember a professor telling me, if you miss it by 1 line, because it was always lining up the lines, you could have an airplane crash from the sky. And I always thought about that, and I thought there's got to be a better way of doing these calculations than a slide rule. And we built them. What we used to build in the past was built with engineers who use slide rules. So we overbuilt everything. We over-designed everything. And the customer won't pay for that today.
No.
Yeah, the purchasing people are going to make sure you only get what you pay for, not more than that. IEEE, you're here. How long have you been involved with IEEE?
I've been kind of involved for about 8 or 9 years. I got a membership in the early 2010s.
You were with Waukesha years ago, right?
I was with Waukesha, and then I was with NAST, but I started IEEE when I was in Schneider, and I was at Schneider at like 2010.
Okay.
In that area, but because I'm a technician at heart, and I was really valuable in the field, I was always in the field, so I've never been able to actually attend an IEEE meeting or anything of this nature. This is actually my first one.
Well, welcome to your first one. One of the great benefits of IEEE is when engineers or professionals or anybody work together with other engineers. We just had Gary Hoffman who was talking. He was the head of the standards committee on developing all of the standards. And PES, by the way, has more standards than any other society within IEEE. But the idea of people working side by side with other people. And that's what you find here. You're going to meet people that are going to be valuable to you. You can just pick up the phone and call them and say, hey, I'm having this problem. Competitors tend to work together more within IEEE because we're a no-compete zone, right? We don't want anybody to come in and say it's exclusive to us. Last question that I got for you. Where do you see, as you lead, as you provide leadership for the transformer part of RISA, where do you see the future for you and RISA in that? What's coming next?
For RISA, what's coming next for us is explosive growth. We're gonna be in growth mode for the next 3 to 5 years, and it's going to be quite extensive. So we're going to be adding technicians, adding people, adding assets, adding equipment, oil processors. So we want to put ourselves at the forefront of, when people think of reliability and safety, we want them to think of RISA.
Reliability and safety, my two buzzwords. I invented them. Did you know that?
Well, reliability and safety go hand in hand with RISA. That's our power. That's the power of us.
That's it. So is that the R in RISA is reliability?
RE is reliability, SE is for safety.
I love that. I thought I made that up. Anyway.
Originally it came from Electric and Sat in America, but our tagline is now, reliability and safety, because we want our technicians and our people to push that at the forefront of their minds when they're thinking about things.
Work safe, home safe, life balance. Anyway,
yes, sir.
Our guest with me is Donnie Rackley. He is the Vice President of Transformers with RISA. Thank you so much, Donnie. I appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.